Hi there, Jim here with Fantasy for the Ages, coming to you again with one of our Tiny Talk episodes, a quick take where I'm giving the other side of the coin today regarding Brandon Sanderson. In about 5 minutes, I want to give the perspective on what there is to love about his writing, his books, the things he brings to us in fantasy fiction. If you are one of those that don't really like Sanderson, well, that's what my previous episode was about. But this one, even if you're not sure about him, let me give you some reasons. I'm going to give you 10 things to love about Sanderson books. If you love this episode, be sure to like it, and we hope you subscribe to our channel. First thing, there are so many books. Sanderson is just pumping them out, so there's something for pretty much everyone to love. Different styles, different genres, check it out. That rolls right into that he doesn't pigeonhole himself. Sanderson has written in many different styles: YA, adult, science fiction, fantasy, epic fantasy, his whole Cosmere. There's some really cool stuff out there. Number 8, it's relatively clean and innocent. If you're looking for really gritty stuff where people do some horrific things to each other, that's not really here. You don't have to worry about much triggering in Sanderson books. It's relatively innocent. Not to say that bad things don't happen, especially Stormlight Archive, but there's a naivete that's pleasant here. Number 7, the books of the Stormlight Archive. Because honestly, they're that good. They should get their own number. Speaking of Stormlight Archive, it's an example of number 6, how Sanderson handles mental wellness and mental illness. He has very sensitively incorporated characters into some of his stories who are not entirely mentally well, and he's done some research to try to make sure he's being authentic in how he incorporates things like this into his stories. It can be appreciated. Also, about his characters, number 5 is that he has plenty that will make you laugh. Humor is an important part of Brandon Sanderson's writing, and sometimes he really delivers it well, sometimes maybe he misses the mark a bit, but there are some characters who are genuinely funny, and you may appreciate that. Fourth thing has to do with how he writes action sequences. Some describe him as cinematic. They're really excited when these things will eventually come to the screen because the way he paints the picture and tells the story, you can see it happening. You can picture the whole battle, whether it's in Mistborn and they're flying through the air, slinging coins at each other, or it's Stormlight Archive and the storms are happening and the Parshendi are attacking and whatever. There's so many cool things in the way you can see what he's writing there with his action sequences. The third from the top is his complex and interwoven Cosmere. While some might feel it's too much, too convoluted, the Cosmere is a beautiful tapestry that Sanderson is creating. He's got this master vision that he's slowly bringing us into. And he's picking up speed. There's a lot more we understand about how the different book series of the Cosmere tie together. It's masterful. It's very interesting, and it gives many of us hours and hours trying to figure things out. Number 2, speaking of figuring things out, he's got these magic systems, and he really enjoys helping us figure out how they work. Every magic system he's designed in his series have rules, and he follows the rules. And sometimes there's a new rule, but he didn't break a rule. He just didn't tell you that rule yet. Everything builds well from the first thing you experience in a magic system to its ultimate payoff. Really unique, each one in his series, and yet in the Cosmere, they do kind of tie together. It's interesting and it's well planned. The final thing, top 10 reasons to enjoy Sanderson and love his books, is the Sanderlanche, which can be a downer, but if you really love the way he builds in his stories and then blah, delivers a huge payoff and a big whopping finish in his books, then Sanderson's for you. The Sanderlanche delivers. All right, that's what I have. Top 10 reasons why you might like or even love Brandon Sanderson books. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.